And see where they're stopped? So they'll stop right by you. Oh, it's so interesting. I just got the cops called on me as I entered the dollar store by some fag 60-year-old queen that hides. See how they're pointing at everything, but there's nothing to look at? Some fag old queen that rides an e-bike around Quartzsite. He literally followed me to the store, talked shit as I walked in, and when I turned around and told him he's annoying and he follows people for a living, he should fuck off, he called the cops. So as I'm checking out and I got my groceries, 2 cop cars pull me over, and I'm like, you know what they do, sir? I was like, these idiots pull over. I go, you know that bike out in the desert? They pull over and look at that like it's the most interesting fucking thing on the planet. Look, 20 minutes later, oh, I gotta park over here so you can see my white truck, my beat up piece of shit white work truck, because that's all I'm worth, and then I'm gonna cross this dangerous highway. Okay? I haven't left all day. I left at 4:30 in the afternoon, and the snitches that work for the Socialist Squad, the Biden administration, the worthless pieces of shit that work for them, this is what they do to us everywhere we go. Oh, let's stare at this bike for 20 minutes. They can't see, hear, or smell anything, but they are right by us, aren't they? And that's not a world-famous landmark, is it? Okay, so some fag, some jackass, some old socialist piece of shit like that, several of them, just followed me to the dollar store the one time today that I leave, and they do this all around the store. They get in your way, they get behind you. If you're on an empty aisle, they come up and get right next to you. Okay? Oh, I gotta have a flashy light. This is around the country. If you look at this and you go, they're not doing anything. Yeah, they are. They're getting paid to do this. Do you understand, guys? Okay? This just happened at the dollar store in Quartzsite. If I have to change stores every couple of days because people do this and try to hit you and try to back into you. Oh, you brought your dog? Dude, they did it on the cop's body cam. They parked halfway in the walking space where both uniformed police officers were standing at the entryway and parked their brand new, spotlessly clean Ford Ranger. They both look like total dirtballs like these two winners, but they have a nice, clean new truck because they throw a lot of people in jail. That's what they're doing. This is fucking provocation. If you don't think so, you're stupid. Okay? They did something like this right in front of 2 cops today on body cam. They didn't almost hit him, but they got within 6 inches of a uniformed officer. And I go, see that? I go, you see how he's halfway in the hash, you know, that giant 4-foot wide hash mark spot for handicapped people to roll their wheelchair through? They took up half of that on a cop's body cam. And I was telling him how people, I go, you know that stupid old bike in the middle of the desert that no one really cares about? See how they're waving because they're smart asses? I go, people go out there and park by us and act like that's the most interesting thing in the world. And look, as soon as they get back from another false report by dumb piece of shit socialist crackheads like this, oh, I just gave it 60% my whole life and now I have to do this. So they bitch at you for going to war, but then when you come home, they do this on purpose. This is everybody that's anti-war, anti-conservative, anti-Republican, anti-everything. This is them. This is what hippies do when they're older. Look, they're still driving a base model vehicle. Weird. And it's 2 of them. Okay? So this is all day, every day. I didn't leave at all until 4:30 to go to the dollar store, the closest spot there is, and several people like this followed me on bicycle and in their car, and they parked their barking dogs 2 deep on either side of my truck, which has my dog in it, who's actually a service dog. Okay? They are provocateurs, and a lot of the older set does it, but it is such a flooded market right now. Look, we're in the middle of a 2,500 town. 2,500 population town. I can show you this. I can look out the window at any point of the day and there'll be some idiot doing this. Or 3 people will almost run over each other trying to see what it smells like over here when I get back from the store. Some stupid bullshit. Okay? So they all do that, and they'll do it to a cop talking to somebody on a call on his body cam. Do you understand? That's what dumb pieces of shit they are. This guy right here, I've seen it. They will pull in front of a cop or a fire department truck, not an engine, but a fire department vehicle with their lights going, and they will cut directly in front of you. These people are just provocateurs and saboteurs, and they follow disabled veterans around because they don't, oh, I don't like your political view. I don't like that you get more money than I do, and I'm a lazy piece of shit, and you gave it 150% everywhere you went. This is who follows you, understand? Oh, look, brighting on the fucking trailer, see? That's not a 4-wheel drive vehicle. That guy's going to get stuck, and guess who's not going to help him? Okay? You see, that's 2 gray old people. Oh, I gotta stop and look at this bicycle in my white working class truck in the middle of the desert right by you. Okay? I can't tell you how many people turn around right there. You know where else that's happened? All the way in Maine, all the way in Washington State. Wherever you're at, they'll fucking get by you and just go, Roar! And whip a U-turn or throw it in reverse and burn out. Okay? That's targeting. Doesn't look like much, but imagine 15 of those trailing you up and down every aisle of the dollar store, of Walmart, of Target, of Harbor Freight, of Ace Hardware. Everywhere. They did that. They did something like that right in front of a cop. Today, not 10 minutes ago, I was like, see how fucking rude that is? And he goes, yep. And I go, see how you're standing there in uniform, on body cam, talking to somebody? And he goes, yep. And I go, that's them. And you could see he got a look on his face. And it's the same guy that got me the other day when I was dodging these motherfuckers before. But when they're going 34 and you're going 44, who looks the aggressor, right? So, there you go. All day, every day, around the country, that stupid shit. Oh, look at this old burnt tree. Let's stare at this for 10 minutes. Oh, are we in your campsite? I don't fucking care. We're going to let our dogs off the leash too. All day, every day. Look, is that interesting? Is that interesting, guys? It's so interesting that they had to... That's 3 minutes after I parked from getting home from the store after talking to the cops for 15, 20 minutes because some piece of shit on a bike followed me there, talked shit as I walked in, and then called the cops when I told him to pound sand. 60 years old if he's a day. That's Quartzsite, Arizona, dude. They're everywhere. I'm not blaming the town of Quartzsite, but it's real deniable bullshit these people are doing in civilian clothes. But now it's on the cops' body cam too.